Holy crap, this is gnarly, dude. This trail is gnarly. Over.
Yeah, pretty gnarly down here. Over.
Okay, I'm gonna chug along. It is difficult. Over.
10-4, over.
Oh shit. Keep going. Holy shit. Yeah, this drop. Oh, it might be the sparks are. I don't know, there's a nice little there. Just like over my hand. Holy crap, this is technical. Whoa, 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 whoa. Holy shit, look at this. Epic day, guys. And returning from the crack now. We got the crack, did the crack a few times, and head back to base. Gotta go that way too, it looks like. Okay, 300 2020 TPI is working great. With a little clutch drag, that's my only problem right now. A little bit, you know, it might barely idles, but it still idles. With a little bit of drag, just starting it and holding the clutch in. Oh yeah, this spot. Oh, look at that sunset. Get a view of this. This is where I filmed the Jeep. This is Wile E. Coyote. This is where I filmed the Jeep, and he got high centered coming right up around here. Oh, look at that. He went a little further to the left though. Wow. Nice work. Beat the Jeep on that section. Over.
Easy work, that. Easy work. Over.
Now let's watch the video of the Jeep. Over. Again, guys, how smart is this? They give you cap for the fuel line. Essentially, it fits right in, just like it would normally snap on. And the other end, to go just, and then the fuel filter is right there. I've changed it now twice. You're supposed to do it after the first hour of riding. Essentially, any plastic that was stuck in the tank. And then I just did it post Moab, because, you know, that was a dirt fest. But really smart, guys, really smart. Now let's watch the video of the Jeep. Over. Oh, the bumper just touches. That thing is amazing. Q-Man, I think we're getting a good little lesson here. It's amazing how those things roll over anything.
Oh man, it's pretty sweet.
Like, he's got so much ground clearance.
$200,000 rig.
Look at those wheels, dude. Look at the bead locks, how strong they are.
Yeah, pretty sick.
They got like an inner bull.
Alright guys. Later.
What's your name?
Ryan.
Marcel.
Nice to meet you guys. Later. Have fun, guys.
Look at the speakers. It's like boat speakers.
I know, he's got it all rigged up, man. He's got the bi-air tanks on the back with the double compressors for air.
He's from Texas. Whoa! Oh. So guys, update. I got that bolt out of there. sorry, that really hard one for the back plate. And I'm working on that side as well, down there. Where is it? Right there. So I'm gonna then take this off and trim this top section so I can pull the steering stops out and have maximum turn radius. That's what I've been doing, guys, just like that. And it's gonna work out just fine. I am removing the steering stop bolt. Let's see what happens. Oh, I think it's just hitting the fork right there. I can't see if it's bottomed out yet. Oh, it's also hitting the bottom section right there. Is it done? Let me take a photo. It is touching, so I just need to put a tiny little head bolt in there, or I need to remove some more clearance. Take that top corner out right there. And yeah, took off that little lip right there, guys. And on the top. And on this side, instead of taking the whole piece away, after more deliberation and checking how it's just barely touching where I grinded that away. And then if I remove that, it's touching a little bit down there. And then I realized the place of contact, before hitting that, it's actually touching a different part of the triple. Up in here, up in there, touches the frame. Plan B is I'm gonna put these aluminum pro bolts in there and then grind down the head slightly, and then they're in there. And you know, if I needed to get them out, I could always just drill them out, but. What do we got here? Some dirt. Look at the ground clearance there. Oh, there you go. This little bump up. Right up. That's some more crack, yo. Oh, another day in the shop. Anyways, guys, let's continuing with the bike work on the 2020 KTM. I'm not even sure where I'm at right now. I think I'm finished modifying to have the steering stops. That's right, I gotta put the aluminum steering stops in, finalize the rad guard, and then air filter, put on the skid plate, do the spokes of the wheels. Been researching that. Quarter turn every third spoke. Do the circle 3 times. Just essentially tightening it up. See, these are some other pro bolts, just with the different head for a 10. Aluminum. And these are the stock steels, guys. These guys, stock steel bolts. And you can see they were painted right over from the factory on the frame. Okay, so that's the left steering stop, but I have modified. Give a little more travel, and then of course this side as well on the right. So now it gets a little closer. Just fit my finger in there. Just epic views out here, guys. Just near the Golden Crack. Nitro race. Oh. Hard hit. You hear that tire squeezing out. Oh. I think it goes this way. Oh no, that's not. The hell does the trail go? Okay guys, I want to show you how I made progress putting the back plate back on. I took one of the original Torx, and that way I can actually access the top, and I just pulled the back forward, and I managed to get that side in just using the OEM Torx. And the left side, guys, there we have it. A total success with 30 Torx screwdriver. And now if you don't have a screwdriver, I guess the socket head might be a little big if you're doing a socket head Torx. But either way, guys, I figured out a way around the difficult piece. So I want to show you how, just because I left it at the top, and then I can just pull it right out. And then of course you can access the back one. So really good idea, guys. Anyways, I got the mount on. It is, oh, I just got to tighten up the front bolts. But yeah, that's really nice. And much better turn radius now. Look how tight that is. It's wonderful. Just perfect. Okay, I don't know what's next here. Start to reassembly, adjust the skid plate. Spokes. Oh yeah, let's do the spokes on the rear. Oh. That's locked. Hey, this is the Rusty Nail exit. What the fuck?
This way.
Yeah, I got so lost too. I got really lost.
You can hear flipping around up here.
It's the crack, dude.
Cracked you up. Over.
I figured I should show you guys what I'm doing. So I'm using my paint marker, and I would spin the wheel really fast. And I would take the paint marker and I would let it catch a couple areas. Now you can see it catches a few areas like there, but where it really hits hard is where so the wheel is a little too far this way. So you loosen this one, and this one, which are pulling the wheel this way, and then you tighten this one and this one to pull it this way. And yeah, I also have a dial indicator, but I can't find the piece that attaches. There's a magnet piece that attaches, and I looked and looked, totally lost it. You can see I did the same thing on this side, but it's pretty even, like dink dink, nothing harsh.
We're off the crack now.
Okay.
We're back on track.
Now that I got the wheel relatively straight, I'm going to do a final tightening, but I want to show you how the dial indicator actually works. You can see it's very fine. It's jumping between 10 and 30. It jumps up where? You want to get back on the bars and trail. So to tighten the spokes, guys, the method, besides like this. Oh, Q-Man's.
I need to borrow some blue Loctite, buddy.
All right.
I'm all out.
To match your suit.
Match my suit.
I'm doing my spokes, yo.
Oh, cool.
You know, not the sound test, but
Are you just trying to balance now?
yeah, I was straightening the wheel and I can't find my magnet for this piece. But the way to actually tighten your spokes better than this bullshit sound test.
Is to balance it?
No, but to tighten your wheels, so you say you start at like the valve stem or you start right here.
Yeah.
Then you go, so you tighten this a quarter turn.
Yeah.
Then 1, 2, so you skip 2 and then go 3, tighten, 1, 2, tighten, 1, 2, tighten. And then so you go around the whole circle and then you're back to, and now you skip 1.
Okay, then go 1, 2.
And then you go tighten, 1, 2, tighten, and then you go around again, and then you go to the third one, tighten, 1, 2, tighten. Always just a quarter turn.
Okay.
And so essentially, you're always just tightening your spokes. You're not actually like, oh, let's which one's the
Wetting
loosest.
off the balance.
You're
of
just always tightening them.
Yeah.
That's what the
So
motocross
does
guys
that
do.
keep, the rim keeps it straight and true? Is that what the idea is?
And what I want to get is a torque wrench. There's actually spoke torque wrenches because it should be like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
6 inch-pounds.
Yeah, just a click.
So
click,
as
click.
you go around, you're like, oh, that one's tight. Like, I don't need to force it, and you'll start to find. purpose-built Jeep. There's a hill here. Look at this obstacle. Okay, so I just tightened all the spokes again, going, you know, the first one, 1, 2, 3, you know, so start 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just tightening the third ones, and then again starting at the second one, 1, 2, 3. So did all the spokes, and notice there's one spot of the whole wheel that the orange is picked up, and then on this side it's pretty even. You can just see there's a few harder spots right there. Essentially the same spot. It might just be a little ding in the rim, but this one's pretty even in terms of getting it down. So this spot, let's loosen. So when I say loosen, we got the ones pulling it this way. So, and we're going clockwise from this direction. Loosen, loosen. One more turn. Loosen. So about a half turn in total. Loosen. And then the ones pulling it this way, you know, tighter. Well, how do I get up here? I could run that, and then I gotta hit that one straight on. I gotta get up there and straighten out. Or I run up and around over the top shelf. What do you guys think? I'm not sure which one's easier, which one's harder. I think we can just go right up it. I think that's the harder one, really. Gonna jump it right here. Oh, I had to put my foot down. And I'm not paying attention. And I get myself on a switch like that. Oh, after you do the obstacle, it's always how it is. Oh, you just relax so much, it's in the pump. And here's the results, guys. I just redid it. So now you can see by the time I got this to hit, it had to hit other areas as well. So it pulled it in just a little bit. Those were the dots I made from before. So just slightly, just maybe a little looser right here. And first gear, of course, right now. Oh, got a little sand run. Whoa! That's how you stall, locking up the rear. Oh, a little bit of the drop. Oh. Little on the drop. Oh. Okay, look at that, guys. Didn't even touch. Now it touched all along there and there and there. So I pulled it over. It's completely clean now. So that's how you true a wheel, guys. Slowly and efficiently. Put down. Ooh, it's a big old rock jump. Whoa! Oh! Okay, we are back. So I got the front wheel, and we're gonna do the process from scratch. So to make sure I don't skip it, I'm gonna mark where the valve stem is, because you don't want to go past it. So we're gonna start at the first one, and we're going counterclockwise because they're actually screwed in like this. So when it's upside down, Q-man, it's counterclockwise. So a quarter turn, and I'm feeling the torque as I go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
So then you'll continue that all the way around.
I'm almost done, yeah. 1, 2, 3. And as I'm doing this, I feel ones that are tighter and looser. As
So you might not go a full quarter turn?
Yeah, but you know, you're going to do this 2 or 3 times. So now I'm coming, okay, 1, 2, 3. This should be the last one. And now 1, 2, 3, right back to where I started. So now we started the second one. This is Wile E. Coyote. I hear you above me, up higher. I lost the trail. Over.
We're just following the white line. Over.
So now we started the second one. there's a loose one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Back where you started.
Yeah, back to the second one. So you make sure you don't screw up because you land on the same one. Now the third set. That's the way. I found the trail, guys. This is Wile E. Coyote. I found the trail. Over.
Over.
We are far from the crack. Over.
Yes. We are way past crack at this point. Over.
Look at that, he's far. Didn't need the clutch. There's a tight one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. So now I've gone around the whole thing, and I'm gonna. So essentially, they're tight now, and that's what you're doing. And if you actually had a torque wrench, you would be able to like click. That one's tight as you're doing the same process. You don't need a torque wrench, but I think it would be very handy to get exact.
I think so.
You know, and then it looks pretty gnarly too, actually. Maybe even gnarlier if I turn. Go up here. Woo! And then while you're still here, so then I would to just see how true it is. I'm just using a paint marker. So it's hitting one section right here, and that's it. So what I'm going to do to deal with that is look at the ones pulling it in this direction. And so again, we're going to go clockwise now, just a quarter turn. And then again, the one that's pulling it this way, clockwise a quarter turn, and clockwise a quarter turn. And now go over here and tighten this one up, which is going to pull it that way, and go counterclockwise and counterclockwise. And then I would run through the process again and check it, and then maybe go one more time doing checking the quarter turns, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And that's it. All right, guys, that's how you tighten your spokes, and you actually should do this every ride.
Right on.
That's what they say, every ride. So those guys that come off the motocross track, the guys are on this freaking after every time they come off the track, and that's. You know, that way you're not going to ever get it out of true, and you're just always checking tightness.
Yeah, and you're about 5 minutes to tire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Boom.
Cool.
Hey. Okay, guys, I am on to the linkages. So first step, get some of that KTM grease. And try not to lose the needle bearings, otherwise you got to put them back in. It's just more pain in the ass. And simply just pull it back. Try to get the seal all full. So this is going to create more of a watertight barrier. There's the needle bearings in there. Again, KTM is using kind of like an oil. It's like they're oiling the inside of them. There is the rod. Yeah, glad I pulled that off. Not much grease on there. Even a little bit of wear marks. You can see, again, needle bearings. There it is, there's 60. There you have it, guys. Loose right now. One of the things I learned in the street bike world is do not tighten these things up until you get a load on the swing arm. So essentially, if you just tighten them up on the stand when this is just freewheeling with no weight, and then you jump on your bike, they're gonna move. It's gonna be like kink. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my god. Sharp edge there. Oh, throw the rock in my boot. How good is it? Whoa! Found him. Coyote has found Terrorizer. Over.
Terrorizer, he's out front.
I just hit some gnarly shit trying to go around other shit.
10-4.
Shit on shit. 10-4.